All right, guys. Good morning. Good morning. Welcome aboard to the Morning Note. My name is Carlos Garcia, founder and CEO of GAR Capital. Thanks for taking the time out of your day to join me this morning and every morning, 9 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. As you can tell, I'm still fighting a little bit of this congestion, but I think I'm getting better. So at least just my voice, just work with me on this. I'm going to speak a little slower, like I said yesterday. No camera for me this morning since I'm still recovering. So hopefully by Friday, if not tomorrow, I should be at least good enough where it's back to regular scheduled programming. All right, let's go ahead and I actually real quick before we get started, I want to give a big shout out to the team. I want to go ahead and dispel a quick myth that everyone thinks that GAR Capital is one person. Me, it's not. It's a collective of great individuals. I want to give a big shout out to Anthony, Nick, Kevin, Juan, Nick, Laura, Jonathan, all you guys working exceptionally hard. I was in bed yesterday just watching the market on my iPad, just trying to recover. You guys took over, did great yesterday. Well done, the team. Just to kind of give a quick recap on yesterday, we hit NVIDIA calls, we hit Apple calls, Bank of America calls, and Google calls. I mean, excellent. IWM, I mean, still red. That's fine. But to go 4 for 4 yesterday, especially on a day where Jerome Powell was speaking, and we also had some volatility, as you know, back and forth choppiness. But in trading, it's all about resolve. It's all about seeing opportunities and taking advantage of them. And we did yesterday. So congratulations to the team, our Discord members who had an excellent day yesterday. Let's go ahead and see if we can make it another great day on a Wednesday. So let's go around the horn. Dow futures down 122 points. NASDAQ down about 0.46%. S&P 500 down about 0.5%, 4154. Russell 2000 futures 1963 down about 0.79%. Interest rates are down today, at least on the 10-year, 3.662%. The dollar is also down, rejected that 50-day moving average that we talked about yesterday, that yellow line on the daily. The volatility index is up slightly, 1.61% at 1896, still below 20. Crude oil is up today, 1.28% at 78.13. Gasoline futures are up 0.55%, $2.47 a gallon. Gold futures are up as well, 0.28%, 1890. Thank you, dollar. 2242 for silver futures, up 1%. Copper futures are basically flat, $4.07 today. Let's go ahead. Euro dollar is flat, 107.25. Dollar yen is up 22 pips, 131.30. Pound dollar, 120.78, up 28 pips. Bitcoin futures are down 0.71%, 23,135. Yet Ethereum futures are higher, 1679. What a day yesterday. The only thing I could say about yesterday is that trend line held, even though we had a little bit of a break below it, and we bounced above it. But again, still that trend line still seems to be holding up. And like I said previously, these dips are opportunities until you get to around 40.57, which is your 20 MA. Until then, you're seeing these dips as opportunities to go long. The question is, when is the opportunity? Well, that depends on the chart, and that really depends on the volume of the market in terms of the options market. Really quick, I want to go over, I guess, my stock of the day. I want to take a look at NVIDIA. And NVIDIA, you could see inverse head and shoulders, kind of. We also have a gap to fill. Here you could see at 229.17. It is up this morning, 223.96. I would like to take a look at next week's 230s with the team and see if we can catch that maybe today, if we get a little bit of a boost. Last time we played the next week expiry, we played IWM, which is for this week. It is red, it is down. We'll see if we can get a little bit of a bounce there. If not, we'll try to salvage what we can. But before that, for the masterclass, we had Apple 155 calls with the team for the next week. And then we finally did it again this week for this week expiry, and we caught them both. So sometimes buying that extra time, especially with some momentum, would be actually pretty prudent. So again, I'm watching NVIDIA very closely. You have 230 as your first target on that gap fill, 231.07 to be exact. And you also have one more gap fill at 257.66. Now, 257.66 sounds like a lot. Don't get me wrong. I don't know if we're going to get there anytime soon, but 230, about a good $7 move or $6 move, absolutely. I'll be watching that very closely, see if we get that volume push up there. And why is NVIDIA going higher? Artificial intelligence. We know that We talked about that with the top 10 stocks of 2023. Microsoft is booming as well. We did not play Microsoft, unfortunately, but we played other things, obviously. 272.20 right now. It is up. Google is down this morning. We did have Google calls yesterday, but we took that, so well done, team. They're down pre-market right around 4.68%, so it seems that Microsoft is getting all the love, and NVIDIA with AI, and Google not so much, at least currently. So what I've noticed right now is that the futures market seems to be red pretty much every morning, and then it gets bought during the session. Very interesting that last year we had pretty much the inverse, where futures were being bought and then sold at the session. So again, 42.44 is my target on S&P 500. 4,200 is a tough nut to crack. We're about 46 handles away from that. We'll see if we can go ahead and get there. In terms of economic data, we had some today. We had mortgage applications did beat expectations. We also had some earnings come in. I went ahead and tweeted all that earnings for you. Uber, for example, is up there. They beat on EPS and revenue and Q1 bookings. Let's see, report record revenue as defies economic downturn. So good on Uber. Mortgage applications up 7.4%. The previous week was negative 9%. US MBA 30-year mortgage rate is now at 6.18%. Now at 6.19%. So we want to make sure, at least moving forward, to keep an eye on TNX, the 10-year Treasury yield. If that continues to fall, mortgage rates are going to continue to fall as well. Keep an eye on the home builders if that's the case. There may be some opportunities there, at least not in the options market, but at least in the stock market to invest at least. You can keep an eye on like a DR Horton, DHI, which we have owned and traded before, just the stock. DHI is DR Horton, and they are up, well, at least a little bit of a widespread this go around. Let's take a look at the 2-year on DHI, and you can see we're starting to get pretty close or on our way to the highs for the year of around 110.45. So nice big bounce for DR Horton from last July, where inflation actually peaked. So home builders are telling you that could be that the bottom is in, at least for the real estate market. So I'm going to keep an eye on that very, very closely. Other than that, really it's just the dollar and yields we're watching. NVIDIA will be the name that I'll be watching very closely today. My apologies again for my nose being so stuffed up, but I want to give a big shout out to the team for making a great day yesterday, 4 for 4. Let's see if we can keep that momentum going today and make it an even better week. Let's keep pushing. Let's keep grinding. Again, more of just watching and observing and seeing what the next opportunity comes from. Again, if you're watching S&P 500, you're seeing that trend line. 40.57 is your next support. Again, that's about 100 handles away. Could that give us an opportunity? Maybe, but it's going to be a day at a time thing. Yesterday was very volatile with Powell speaking. He was basically having an interview as well, talking about his exercise regimen, how much he makes. So a very laid back interview. But again, the word disinflation came out, which gave the stock market bulls a little bit of a reprieve to move higher. So as of right now, we're watching this trend line very, very closely on the daily. If we do break below it, 4,100 may be the next target, and then you have the 20-day there. But I expect us to continue to go higher. The only thing that stands in our way is that we have 5 Fed speakers, 5 of them speaking. So we already saw what the other Fed speakers had to say. I believe, what was that Fed speaker yesterday? Kashkari was talking, saying that more rates need to go higher. Yet when the big cheddar, the big cheese, Powell was speaking, that's when the market really moved. So we'll keep an eye on everything as we go. There's no need to go crazy today either, especially after a great day. So more just monitoring and observing as we move forward. So last thing I want to do is give anything back. Great week so far. It's only Wednesday. The week has felt like it's gone very slow, or maybe just because I'm sick. Congratulations to LeBron James for finally breaking the all-time regular season points record. What a pleasure. I've actually seen him play live in Miami. I'm so glad I did. What a great basketball player. Congratulations to him. I'm a big sports fan, so I was glad to. I didn't watch it live. I watched the highlights this morning, but what a great career for a guy that's had pretty much all the expectations on him, and he exceeded it. So great job to LeBron. I'm a big fan of his, and we'll see how his career goes. Maybe he gets another title. Maybe he doesn't. Who knows? But it's going to be fun to watch. So we'll go ahead and leave it there, guys. Have a great rest of your morning. My apologies again for my voice. Apologize for being sick, not being on camera. But I'll get better sooner than you think. And we'll go ahead and leave it there. Have a great rest of your morning. Thanks for taking the time again. And I will see you guys tomorrow. Cheers.